I lied.
What? Huh? What? Huh? What? It's
What was
7.
that?
It's 7:30 on a Monday. That means the Academy Sports Show is on. You doggone right. That's what it means. It is 7:30. It is Monday. I'm hearing myself. Check, check, check. Yeah, I'm hearing myself on your end.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
7:30. It's Monday. We are here.
Loud in my
It
house.
is college football championship night. You know the great thing about Facebook, it's not a lot of great things. But you know the great thing about Facebook is Facebook memories, man. I appreciate Facebook memories. It lets me see every episode that we do on these Mondays, year after year after year. And like seeing the championship Mondays episodes, me and my brother for year after year after year. It's a great time. It's a great place to be. And you know the most common thing on these championship Mondays, Alabama is in it again.
Is the echo gone, Kobe? Because I turned my volume down.
Turn it down a little bit. Turn down. Turn my headphones up. So we have 44 minutes and 45 seconds till the College Football National Championship kicks off. In the meantime, we're talking it all. We got everything on the slate, and we're going to break it down to you as always. First, we appreciate everybody being here. If you're on the live feed, on Joel's live feed, we appreciate you as always. We want to get you guys over to the YouTube, and everybody on the YouTube. We appreciate you. You're here right now because you subscribe to the show and you hit that notification bell because you got a notification we went live. You wasn't here waiting at 7 o'clock for us. Hopefully not. Hopefully you wasn't waiting at 7 o'clock. And you got the notification that we went live at 7:30. The best thing you can do to help us grow is make sure you share the live feed, man. Text the live feed link to your sports friends, or just send it out to your social medias. Let us know. We appreciate you. We see the chats filling up, and we got a lot of things to talk about. There's a young man in the chat right now who deserves a pat on the back.
He does.
He deserves a pat on the back. There's a young man in the chat right now who just, you know what? I'm going to wait. I'm your host, Andre Jellick. Sitting across from me is your host, Joel Williams.
Man, what's good, everybody? Welcome to the show. We appreciate everybody joining us, as you heard Dre say. I'm just going to shout y'all out real quick. Kobe, what's good, baby? You in the building. We appreciate you. Leonardo, as always. Dennis, Vegas is in the building. My pops is in the building. Let's go, Blue. He always representing, always repping it. Cleveland, always repping the big block M. Who else is in here? I said Kobe. Produced by Petey's in the building. Man, the Falcons was like playing for something, weren't they? Not really. The Saints and the Ravens were. An interesting playoffs yesterday. A lot happened in week 17, ladies and gents. We will talk about it. Week 17 is complete. The regular season is complete. If you play fantasy football, your fantasy football season came to an end either last week or this week, depending on if you play 4-week playoffs or 2. But that is complete as well. There's some proud people in the building tonight. We're going to give a little shout out. I might shout out myself. I had a good season, Playoffs next week, man. We're going to give our picks, man. Tonight, we're going to talk a little bit of wild card weekend. The Raiders. What a game last night. Raiders, Chargers. Y'all saw how I wrapped. Conspiracy. Could have ended in a tie. They both would have gotten in. But they chose not to take that route. Petey's already working on next year. Perry's in the building. He said, man, I rebuke fantasy football. Dang, tough ending to the year for Perry. Man, great season, though, all in all. NFL gave us everything. Ooh, the Raiders cost me a championship. Ouch. NFL football gave us everything in the regular season. Now it's the second season. We will share our thoughts on that. Plus, College Football National Championship tonight, Bama, Georgia. We're making our picks. And as always, we got to give our last top 5 of the year. Man, we got to give our last top 5 of the year for the NFL. We're going to share that. And we got what to mean. We got trivia. We got everything, man. We're ready to go. Quick show tonight, man. We're going to try to hit it and quit it. We know the game is starting 41 minutes and 15 seconds. We might bleed in a little bit as the game gets started. However, we will give our picks. We will give our opinions. We will make sure everything is up before that game gets going, so you guys will know how we feel about it. So we got that, man. We got much more. Make sure you share the show. We appreciate everybody joining us as always on Facebook, on YouTube. Let's get it. It's the Academy Sports Show live.
Go. Produced by Petey said,
Mark Chase #1 next year. That is a reach, Petey. That is a reach.
You got it. Yeah, listen, Petey, if you're trying to make the fantasy next year, don't tell us who you're trying to pick.
Yeah, don't do that. Because we do have an Academy Sports Shows Fantasy League, and we welcome all of those that were not in this year. I think we got enough from our watchers this year that we should have a nice, good competitive league next year. So look out. But we will shout out the winner later on in the show.
Because I reached out. I think I reached out to him. That could be somebody else, but we just missed the draft. So yeah, man, don't tell us, because we will take your players. Fantasy record this year: first, second, third, whatever. I ended ESPN second to last in CBS Sports. Listen,
I don't play any other league besides. I played Yahoo 1 year and never do it again.
Never. I don't do half a point. I can't do stuff like that.
Man, you hear what Bruce? Man, let's say that Bruce Arians said. Did you hear about that?
Mm-mm.
It's a travesty if Tom Brady doesn't win the MVP. Somebody slap this guy.
Yeah, come on, man.
It's a travesty if Aaron Rodgers doesn't win the MVP. Stu, what up, baby?
Let's shout out the league, man. We appreciate those who participated in our fantasy football league this year. It went off great. We tried something new this year, which was the auction draft format. I know they changed it to another word, but we know it as an auction draft.
Was it snake? Oh, no, not snake auction, yeah.
Yeah, we normally do the snake draft. We did the auction draft this year. Be your own GM. Go get the guy you want. Take the cash and go get the guys you want. And I believe I would say it was very successful. People really enjoyed the draft. So shout out to our winner.
Oh, you gonna shout out the winner first? I didn't know if you was gonna shout out one of the hosts of the show, how he finished.
I'm gonna go all the way down the line.
Oh, you go all the way down? Okay.
All the way down the line. Shout out to our winner, Mr. Dennis Coleman II, Las Vegas Inferno. 13-1.
13-1, ladies and gents.
He went back to back. You understand? He won last year's. He won this year's. Mr. Back-to-back. Mr. Money in the Bank is Mr. Dennis Coleman. He is our fantasy football champion. I would like to say the one loss was to me. I'll give myself. I give myself that one, okay? I got to give myself something because this was horrible for me. But 13-1, his point differential was 37.9. You understand me? He was cracking heads all year. The next up was Stu. My man Tommy is second at 9-5. He was the runner-up, followed by third place, Mr. Believeland himself, Joe Williams.
Believeland!
Mr.
Yes, sir.
Land himself.
Projected to finish 8th. Finished third.
In fourth place, we got the West 7 Mile Dogs, James McDaniel. He's in the chat sometimes. We appreciate him as always. We got Rio coming in at 5th, pull up and wreck. We got Ralph in 6th, Kobe in 7th, Nick in 8th. I'm in 9th. Don't at me. Don't at me. And Tony Yates, my cousin, came in at 10th. Listen, I dealt with a lot of injuries. Okay. A lot of injuries. I was scrambling.
I don't even think you started the season with a quarterback, though, either.
No, I had Russell Wilson, bro. I had Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb, Darren Waller. Everybody got hurt, bro.
Yeah, you did that team IR.
Everybody got hurt. Adam Thielen, everybody got hurt. So, listen. There's nothing you can do, bro.
Detroit, Dre Stafford did not.
Nothing I can do, bro. You know how bad it is for you, and you putting together your own league and then coming in 9th. It sucks. So next year's league will be run by Joel But we appreciate everybody who participated in this fantasy draft, man. It was a great thing. Look to do bigger and better next year. We're gonna swap some people in and out, so there will be roster spots open for next year. So if you want to stick your flag in and out, go ahead and let us know, and we'll try to get. I'm thinking about maybe at least 2 spots are gonna open up in this league, maybe 3. So we'll see how it goes. But we
The
appreciate
comments are
everybody.
hilarious.
What is
Stu
that?
said, "You're like the Lions. You beat the champs."
You got small victories, baby. Small victories.
Oh man! Shout out to Kobe for giving Dennis some motivation for this draft. He was a little panicked about it, like I don't know about this. Leonardo said Dre had body count on IR.
Jeez, bro. It was.
Uh,
I might implement that IR spot next year.
nope, I'm running the league next year. We keeping it clean, baby.
There we go.
Keeping it clean.
Oh, so shout out to Dennis, man. I will get you your winnings. As of always, we pay to play. So first place gets 180, and the second place get their $20 back. So that's how we do it. If you want to be a part of the league, go ahead and let us know, and we in there. I had Ridley, Shepard, and Gus Edwards. They all stayed off.
They all stayed off the
Listen, you started off bad with Gus Edwards. You draft somebody that was hurt. That's why we don't draft until like the 3rd preseason game. Try to keep it at least as healthy as possible.
Dennis will try to remember time zones next year. We'll try to
Hey, listen, you don't get no treatment. You get special
We'll do
treatment.
our best. We'll do our best. But, bro, you're back-to-back champs. Quit complaining.
Hey, you damn near auto draft. You was just picking people. Yeah, Stu, I should have took that trade, bro. I should have took that trade. I thought about that as soon as he sent me Justin Herbert for Derrick Henry 2 weeks after Henry got hurt, or 2 weeks before Henry got hurt.
Ooh.
Like,
no man in his. Hey, listen, Dre, don't.
Time.
Hindsight is 2020. No man in his right mind would have made that trade.
Yeah, it didn't make sense in the time. Derrick Henry was the number 1 rusher in the league before Jonathan Taylor took over while he was hurt. Yeah, I know. But that is the fantasy football breakdown. So we appreciate everybody as always. Look forward to next year. All right. Go ahead and throw me up, sir. It is that time. It is trivia night here at Academy Sports Show. So if you weren't with us last week we did trivia night. It's the hosts versus the field, with you guys being the field. We was running with Joel, then I stepped in and I played like I was playing fantasy football. You hear me? I stunk it up. I got my first trivia question of the year and I stunk it up. So the field got another one on us. So the field is up 5-3 against the host. But we're going to try to make a comeback. So how trivia night works is I give Joel the question. There's no collusion. He doesn't know the question. I didn't know the question. Obviously, last week, I definitely didn't know the question. And if you get the question right in the chat first before him, the field wins. Any of you answer the question correctly, you get the question right. You guys win. If he gets the question right before you, he wins. So that's how it goes. That's how it's going to be, and that's how it's going to stay. All right, sir. Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right. Everybody stay off your Googles.
Right. Try to be fair, people.
This is a clean show. No steroids. No Googles here. Okay? All right. So now we are in the NFL playoff realm. So I have a playoff question for you from the NFL.
All right.
All right. Here we go. Over the course of his 21-year career, so 21 years, that's kind of long. Maybe I wrote that wrong. Over the course of his NFL career, Tom Brady has played in the wild card round a total of 4 times.
Ooh.
How many of those were on the road?
Ooh. Bro, you got to be kidding me.
4 times he's been in a wild card. How many times has he been on the road?
I'll go with 4.
On the don't say final answer.
So how many times? So in other words, in those 4 games that he played,
Yeah.
how many times was he the away team?
Yes.
All right, I'll go with 2. Since 4 didn't seem like it was very popular, I'll go with 2.
The correct answer was 1.
Oh, Perry got it.
Perry got you. The correct answer was 1. So
That's a question I would throw to you.
I'm sorry, man.
I would never be able to answer that question.
My bad, bro.
That's okay.
I told you I was trying to look for a new question. So if you think about it, the wild card weekend, how it used to be, right? You know, it had the 2 seeds that had to bye, and then everybody else played in the wild card. But if you won your division, you got a home game. So all his Patriot years, they
won the division.
They always won the division. So they never had a what's the name? While he was a Patriot, he never played on their own during the wild card. But last year, they went to Washington.
They went to Washington.
Tampa Bay went to Washington their first year.
Gotcha.
Because Washington was a division champion.
Gotcha.
So the answer was 1.
Perry, you just knew that off the top of your head? Like, just knew it? There's a lot of answers out there, too.
Kobe said, this is not our answer.
It was the right answer, too.
Listen, y'all just can't be spamming stuff, okay? Give them a chance. Give them a chance. They don't care about us. They don't care about us. We got 0 seconds to answer these questions. Maybe we should do A, B, C, or D's.
Nah, we're going to come back. We're going to make it a comeback.
All right, so
the score is now 6-3. The field's up.
The field is up 6-3. We shall come back. We will come back. All right. So if you got a trivia question that you want to send us for one person to ask the other host, go ahead and DM us. Let us know. And you can be credited for the trivia night question. Just don't let it be too crazy, please. You know our favorite teams. You know the stuff we like right now. No cricket questions. All right. Nobody. No soccer questions. Thank you very much. All right. So let's go ahead and transition into what the meme. What the meme is going to be quick today. I can only find 2. And only one of them is sports related. So here we go. What the meme? I found this one. Build a roster. Selected 1 QB, 1 running back, and 1 wide receiver to build your team around. I actually like this one because it has guys in it that we don't normally use in these kind of build a teams kind of situations. So at quarterback, we have Jim Kelly, Dan Marino, and Warren Moon as your quarterbacks. And the running backs, we have George, Hampton, Allstott, and Allen. And at wide receiver, we have Bruce, Risen, and Moore. So build a roster, select 1 quarterback, 1 running back, and 1 receiver to build your team around. So I guess to me, I would probably go. I would go Moon, and there'd probably be a toss-up between George and Allen. But I feel like Allen had more of the Jets, and George is more as a pace back. I would go Moon, Allen. I would go Moon, Allen, and Herman Moore.
I would go Kelly, Allen, Isaac Bruce.
Rams love.
Yeah, I would go Kelly. Yep, Kelly, Allen, Isaac Bruce.
Kelly, Allen, Isaac Bruce. I don't know why they put Mike Allstott in here like he was like a top.
So we have a challenge to the trivia question. Doesn't help us at all.
Okay.
Well, maybe it does. I don't know. So I just received an article from one of the listeners. This is why I love our show. We love you guys.
What did Perry send you?
Coleman sent this.
Oh, okay.
Article came out January 7th, 2021. Tom Brady's facing playoff obstacle he's never had to deal with in his 21-year career. He's played in the NFL record 41 playoff games over the course of a 21-year career. He's played in the wild card round a total of 4 times, but in each of those games, he played at home due to the fact that the Patriots had won a division. Amazingly, during his time in New England, Brady and the Patriots never made the postseason as a wild card team like the Buccaneers did this year. So for Brady, this week could present a challenge. That's because if they are any situations where he seems to struggle in the postseason, it's when he's playing on the road or when he's playing in the wild card round. And this week's game against Washington will combine. But this is last year. Wait, what?
Right.
They don't play this week.
That's last year.
Yeah, this is last year. But the article's dated January 7th. 2021, Dennis.
Played in the playoffs the next year, which was the beginning of this year.
Yeah, Dennis. This is from last year. That's correct. The answer is 1.
Uno.
All right.
So
yeah.
Appreciate
So
it.
yeah, I'm going Kelly Allen.
Checking I can get. So appreciate it. All right, so you went Kelly Allen Bruce.
Yep. Right. Jim Kelly fan when I was a kid, 100% all day.
All right, looks like me and Leonardo on the same page here. I went.
There's been a request for a bell. The booth review. Shouldn't have thrown that red flag there, Dennis. Shouldn't have thrown that red
flag. Booth review.
Get over here.
They ain't been on the road that much at all. Yeah, man. As a Patriot, you win that division over and over again. Ain't no road. Road is maybe second round. You know, when you had to go to Indianapolis and all those other guys going against higher seeds some of those years. But for the most part, the Patriots, I'm gonna win that division, and I'm gonna get me a home playoff game.
Yeah.
Let's see. Said my bad. LOL, I was still in my feelings. Listen, something. I gotta hang my hat on something. Okay, I gotta hang my hat on something. That was a trash fantasy year. All right, so next up, because it looks like don't nobody want to answer this question.
Pick 3.
Pick 3. So this is a random meme I found interesting, and let us all know and understand how each man in here understands themselves in their situation. So let's go. So pick 3. Number 1, $10,000 cash immediately. Number 2, rent-free or mortgage-free for 6 months. We can say starting this year. Number 3, a perfect credit score. Number 4, unlimited airline tickets for life. Number 5, a brand new home, but you can never sell it and never move. Number 6, free groceries for 5 years. 7, a brand new luxury car. You can never sell it, never own any other car. Number 8, unlimited free medical care for life. So you get to pick 3 of these things.
I am ready. I'm thinking survival and family automatically right now.
Okay.
Immediately, the things that put pressure on you as of right now. So I'm going perfect credit score because I can flip that perfect credit score into some cash. That's a pretty easy thing to do. I'm going with a brand new home, but I can never sell it and never move. That's not a problem because I have one home left to get into, and that is the home that I will reside in for the remainder of my days.
Okay.
And I am actually going with free groceries for 5 years. Even though that's not a for life thing, we're gonna be set. My family's gonna eat. My medical care is not a big deal. I pay that out of my paycheck. I'm not really big into luxury cars and things of that nature.
That's what happens when you got 11 kids. You got to pay for them groceries.
Yeah, I have a bunch of children. Not really 11, just in case those of you who really don't know me. I don't have 11 kids. And yeah, the credit score in the home. The only thing I might flip out of that though is I might flip out those groceries for those airline tickets because one of the things I want to do coming up over my next, getting into this second stage of life or whatever is to definitely travel. So that's me. I go 3, 5, and 6.
3, 5, and 6
to 4 if I have to.
Well, number 3 definitely. Number 3, that's a must because you can get everything else on here with number 3, other than the unlimited airline tickets.
Right.
Number 3, I'm going 8 because I want it all checked out. Now, listen, I don't want no premium. I don't want no copay. It's free. Listen, throw me in whatever scan, take all my blood. I'm in here. You understand me? I'm here every Monday.
Right.
Let's get this done. So 3 and 8 are my two hard goals. And I was thinking between 4 and 1. Like, man, I just get up and go whenever I want to. But I'm going to take 1. I'm going to take the cash now.
Okay.
I'm going to take the cash now. So I'm going to go
877 cash now.
138. 138.
Good. Let's see. Stu said 6, 3, and 5. So he's going groceries, credit score, and
You want that house?
house. Same as me. Dennis is going 6, 8, and 3. Groceries, medical care, and perfect credit score. I like it. Leonardo's going 3, 5, 7. Credit score, brand new home, and new luxury car. Darshan, yes, we are approaching life's second stage. Shout out to Darshan Johnson, going all the way back to my young youth group at church, middle school, high school days. Perry said 3, 4, and 5. Credit score, tickets, and a home. And Perry shouts out, I have 6 kids and I need the groceries. I technically only have 4 children. To be accurate on this show. And now 5, counting this animal that is down here at my feet.
There you go. Gotta feed them. Gravy train.
Just added a pet. So I now have a dog as well.
Yeah. Williams. There's a new Williams. And there's an official pick. There's a
pick from Corso is Georgia.
He put on the Bulldog head.
Helps me with my pick. Nice and easy. Thank you very much.
All right. So that's what the meme, man. If you got a meme, go ahead and send it to us. We'll throw it up and you will be accredited for that meme for the week. So just let us know. That has been what the meme. And you see, it don't really got to be sports related, man. We just in here shooting this stuff. So here we go. Sir, I wanted to give you a moment.
Well, I was going to say, do you want to transition before this game starts real quick?
How much longer we got?
Probably another 20 minutes or so.
Yeah,
we're gonna go talk.
I got it coming up.
All
right. So I wanted to give you a moment. We watched that Browns game, man, on what was that, Monday Night Football? And I just want to give you a moment. Your Browns were eliminated from playoffs a couple weeks ago. And just your thought on the state of your team and will you guys move forward? And do you believe Baker is still your guy? Do you believe it was the injuries? Do you believe it was Odell? Go ahead and just go in for a couple minutes and let me know, because this was a team with great expectations.
So are you taking shots here? Because you're telling me to go in, and I don't have a huge emotional response to this.
Okay.
All right. I just don't want to disappoint the people.
Oh no.
Where do the Browns go from here? This is a simple answer for me. Get rid of the guy. Okay. Now, word out of Cleveland is, from all reports and all things said, they're going to pay him his 5th year.
Ooh.
They're going to bring this guy in. He's going to be a lame duck quarterback. Okay, fine. So here's what I expect next year. I expect us to be in this same scenario unless here's the saving grace. We don't have half of our team either get injured or catch COVID. That's the only thing. So the only thing that I can say that, well, many will say is an excuse. I know it happens to everybody. Next man up. Yep. This roster, I felt like at times just could not get everybody on the field healthy at the same time. It was like obliterated with injury. Not like the Ravens were. Theirs were like season-ending injuries, but the Browns just kept having like 3 or 4 guys go down for like the 3-week IR period. And then as soon as Kareem Hunt will come back, then, Chubb goes down or Conklin goes down or Denzel's got a pulled groin and Johnson goes down and Garrett's playing hurt. Oh, by the way, 4 people have COVID. Then we had another COVID week again where, oh, by the way, the head coach and everybody has COVID again. And they dang near almost pulled off another win in that scenario. So, they say it takes a little luck to win the championship, to win the Super Bowl. And, man, listen, we didn't get it this year. All right. So the blaring issue on this team, 2 of them. Quarterback, game breaker receiver. The Odell thing was an atrocity. That was drama. That didn't work. We have possession guys. You got Jarvis, great leader, great hands, but he ain't taking the top off. You got DPJ playing well. He had a good second year. So from a defensive side of the ball, from an offensive side of the ball, both sides, personnel wise, you run it back. But I feel like you can go get a serviceable free agent quarterback and do just as well. That's it. That's the Baker experiment is over. My man has one read. If he's got to make a second read, troubles are brewing. Sack is happening.
You know that.
Yes, he played with a bad shoulder. Yes, he played with a bum leg. Yes, he played with a bum foot. But to me, at some point, sir, if your injuries are holding you back, sit down, have a seat. Like, everybody knows you're a leader. Okay, you're playing hurt. You got the respect of your friend. Okay, congrats, man. You did all that. Come on, man. Just have a seat. Like, and I'm not sold on his leadership. I'm gonna be honest with you. The walk-off game where he left, he's mad, he doesn't shake hands. That's not what leaders do. I would knock LeBron for it. So I'm not sold on his leadership. It feels forced to me at times. It feels like he got a really good coach after year one and a communication specialist that got him to really understand this is what you say in the interviews. This is how you do this. This is how you do that. And he listened. He figured it out. But I don't feel it. I don't feel it like it's real. So run it back. Run it back. You got the personnel healthy. This roster's loaded. But you need two things. You need a game breaker at the receiver position. So maybe you find one in the draft. You need a Jamar Chase. Okay? Yes. You need a what's my man from Minnesota?
Justin Jefferson.
You need a Justin Jefferson. So you basically need to go to LSU and get your wide receiver.
He had one.
Right, you had one. That didn't work. But ultimately, y'all, that's what it is. You need a game breaker receiver. You got tight ends for days. You got running backs for days. You got 1,000-yard rusher, and he was hurt a few games, and your offensive line was hurt majority of the time. So run it back, get those two positions sewed up, and you're good. That's what there's my where do we go from here. Kobe said Baker is a sober Johnny Manziel.
Hoo-wee.
Perry said safe move is to keep him. 5th-year option, get him at a discount. Facts. I thought, but isn't it like $19 million though? Is that a discount? I feel like his 5th-year option is
$19 million.
I don't know. I'm about to
But a 5th-year option, it shouldn't be that much. All right. Yeah, let's see. Landry Jones will leave if they have signed him to a huge contract. They got to run it back one more year because of suspect.
Yeah, man. Baker Mayfield's contract next year. You ready?
Yeah.
18 mil. 18,858, sir.
I mean, at this point,
his base salary. Listen, his base salary. The discount year was this year. His base salary was in 2018. I'm gonna run his base salary off starting from 18. 480, 570, 750. This year was 920. Next year it jumps to 18.8.
Yep. All right. So here's
where's that discount at?
Here's your batch of free agent veteran quarterbacks that can give you a year. Ryan Fitzpatrick, Andy Dalton, Nick Foles, Cam Newton, Tyrod Taylor, Jameis Winston, Jacoby Brissett, Teddy Bridgewater, Marcus Mariota, Joe Flacco, Mitchell Trubisky. 18 million, or just go get you a guy for a year.
Oh, man. It is a discount based on today's scale. That's true. Man, I don't know. I guess go get another year. Run it back. I'm not excited about it.
You are not putting this team on a pedestal next year at all.
Nope. I've learned my lesson.
That's
I
it.
should have. I actually learned it years ago. I've been living as a Browns fan all my life, so I should know this lesson already. I should have just stayed calm and shut my mouth.
All right, let's clean it up. Let's finish it off. What they saying?
Kobe said, "Go get like a Deshaun Jackson." Dennis said they need to grab Baltimore's backup QB. He's gonna earn a job next year. Get somebody like a St. Brown. Man, miss me with the St. Brown. He had a great game. Get excited, Lions fans.
He had a good 6 weeks.
Perry said he doesn't think wide receiver is a glaring need. I don't think it's glaring. I just think that that's the one position. Like, there's no go-to guy there. Like, I think that's the one position where they don't have like moxie. Like, Landry's not like, to me. Landry's like Landry's hands wise. He's one of the best in the league catching the football. But again, he's running slants, he's running gimmicks, he's running jets, he's running comebacks. He's not running go routes.
I think they got a good. I feel like they got a good core, especially at tight end. They got guys that can catch the ball. They got guys that can go get it. Landry works in between the numbers, and like you said, DPJ is their goal ball guy. They had a meme,
Right, but I feel like I respect DPJ, but I think DPJ's 40 speed was like a 4.5.
Okay, I mean, I agree. I don't think the receiver. I don't think it's a glaring issue. I think it's him. I really do. I feel like Stefanski is doing a good job ish with the play calling. I mean, if you know Baker is hurt, you know Baker isn't throwing the ball very well. Then you got to run that thing, give Chubb all the carries. It kind of sucked having Hunt out most of the season, but I put it all on him, bro. I put it all on his shoulders. Minus the COVID and the injuries and stuff like that. But you want to pinpoint, like, the games that you should have won and the games that you should have been on. I think it's him. That same game, you remember that Trent Richardson meme where my man runs the ball and there's the hole and there's Trent Richardson in the muck of it. They had one with him, like that same Monday night game. They had him in a clean pocket, two receivers open, and they said that play ended in a sack. So I don't know what's wrong with him, but paying him 19 million, 18 million, that's going to suck.
Hey, man, go 70-30 run heavy offense next year and see if you can make him a game manager like he was supposed to be and see if you can make a run.
Hey, DC, I'll take Deshaun for a year. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, he'll pull a hamstring too.
All right, so quickly, it was Black Monday. A lot of these teams fired their coaches or have fired their coaches already. We knew what the Raiders and the Jaguars were, but Denver fired their coach early. And then today we came down that Minnesota fired their coach and GM, Robert Flores, and the Dolphins got fired. Matt Nagy got fired as well for the Bears. So which job do you think coming up will probably be the best fit for a coach?
Man, I think I'll be honest with you. This is just straight opinion. I mean, be honest with you, I would that Chicago job to me is enticing. Just the franchise has the history. It's Chicago. Fans are great. That Chicago job is enticing to me. That's how I see it. The other ones, I mean, you go Raiders, right? I mean, people love that organization. I think Vegas, that'd be pretty cool. But I mean, if I were as a coach, if I wanted to take a job, I think I would. I think I'd go Chicago, and then maybe look at Vegas. To live there would be awesome in Vegas. But I think I would go Chicago and then Vegas. Chicago's always had like pretty legit defense. Their roster's not dead. They got a young quarterback in Justin Fields. I think that's attractive. You got young guys at wide receiver. You still got young guys at running back. So there's talent there. Looking for somebody to come in and put it all together. So I would go Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, these jobs, I mean, they all kind of are kind of even-ish. I feel like the Raiders, if this interim coach makes a little run, in these playoffs, maybe he keeps the job. The team seems to like him. Made a little push to get it in there, so I kind of take them off the board for the time being. Jaguars, you got Trevor Lawrence. Bears, you got Justin Fields. Dolphins, you got Tua. The Vikings, you got a defense and Dalvin Cook and good receivers. So everyone, I believe most of these jobs have good upside. Denver,
Yeah.
I feel like Denver's kind of in the rebuilding. They got good young receivers.
They just can't stay healthy.
Yeah, and I don't know.
And the quarterback situation still isn't solved there.
Yeah, that's the most undone quarterback situation there in Denver. You don't know what Kirk Cousins is going to do in Minnesota, but you at least got a run game and a defense.
Yeah.
You know, out in Minnesota. And
Zimmer's going to be somebody's great D coordinator soon.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And Robert Flores. I believe like both those guys should stay in the league. The Flores firing is a little, people most say like a little eye opening because you know, they did lose 7 games after winning their first game, but then they won 7 straight games and had a chance to play playoffs.
Yeah,
they lost to Tennessee.
Interesting fire, but they said that has a lot to do with the culture than it does with him as a coach. But that's interesting.
Yeah, the black guys, the culture, right? Even though, yeah, if you go on Twitter, every Dolphins player that tweeted yesterday was hurt that this man was leaving the locker room. So, what kind of culture are you trying to bring? Somebody you can control? I don't know, but I would say I don't know because the quarterback situation, all these situations are young. I would say Minnesota probably have the slightest upside to me because you have the running game and the defense kind of already set there a little bit, but the huge piece of not having a quarterback or not having a consistent quarterback that does loom over. I would say Minnesota by a scotch because Justin Fields. I don't know if Justin Fields has enough there. You would still have to build that roster out. But as a coach, I know at least I'm sitting in the seat. I got a good running back. I got a good defense. I'm in a division where I can win games. I can compete, for a wild card spot against Green Bay. Who knows if Aaron Rodgers is staying in this division?
If he's staying, yep.
So I feel like Minnesota may have the edge on the coaching decision. I feel like the worst job here is the Jaguars.
Absolutely. Would not do it. No.
All right. So before we get to this, what were they saying? What we got?
Dennis said Aaron in Denver if the pack don't reconcile. That changes that whole situation. I'm flying to Denver too and taking that job if Aaron goes to Denver. Perry says his Broncos are the best opening. He hopes that our coach goes to Chicago because rumor has it that Harbaugh is the most logical choice in Chicago.
Harbaugh to Chicago?
That's what they were on ESPN saying. Harbaugh's the most logical choice to Chicago, and Harbaugh has come out and said that he would entertain offers.
Wow, how does that make you feel?
It's kind of annoying because you just got this organization to the point of where it needs to be. However, 7 years ago they said that he'd probably do that. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm not even gonna have an emotional reaction until something happens because this stuff goes crazy. And people get to talking and stuff, rumors and this and that. I don't think Harbaugh's leaving, but we'll see.
I feel like that statement is a slight jab with him talking about our entertain offers because, I mean, let's be clear. You weren't winning the games for these years, and people were calling for your head.
Yeah,
saying stuff about you, writing stuff about you. Saying maybe you couldn't hack it, and then you finally win those games, and you're sitting pretty looking for this extension, and you go, oh, now you like me. Now you like me now. Maybe I'll go over here for a minute. Maybe I'll try to get an extension. Maybe I'll try to get some more money. So
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. But the Miami GM already said he doesn't want him to leave.
Yeah, the owner for Miami, Mr. Stephen Ross, who is a grad of U of M and has his name on the business school there, has already come out and said, I'm not interested in taking him away.
Unless you want to leave. Then I'll take him.
Unless you want to believe him, and then he all of a sudden does it because he can do what the heck he wants to do. This is why when it comes to like coming to college coaches, I like to get excited about that when it comes to college coaches leaving, there's just so much banter. It just gets ridiculous.
Yeah. All right, so we still got some time on the clock before the kickoff of the national championship game. We got Alabama versus Georgia's rematch of the SEC title game. To get to this road, we had Georgia take care of Michigan, and we had Alabama take care of Cincinnati. So these two teams are meeting again. This is a 1-3 matchup. These teams have met in multiple SEC title games. These teams are met in championship games. And once again, it's come down to these two teams again. Leading up to this, we had a Heisman Trophy winner from Alabama be crowned. So the question's simple. Who you got?
The Heisman Trophy could have went to nobody this year. Kobe said he's mad at NIL and transfer portal. Kids could be wishy-washy. He can too. Perry said, don't be shocked if Kakis leaves. He's better for the NFL. Coleman said, I hear Vegas may be an option for Jim. See? All of a sudden, Vegas is in play too. Man, you know what? All day long, man, people been asking me this question. And I kept saying all day, man, listen, somebody got to prove to us that they can finally get this done. Because it just seems like these guys always have a chance. Everybody wants to believe in them. And they just they run up against Bama and it happens. Like Bama just finds a way. I mean, a couple years ago, they had an opportunity to knock these guys off. And we know Jalen Hurts comes in and saves the day. I mean, it's like it seems like Saban's got Smart's number. We know the record with assistance against Nick Saban is not very good. Georgia's defense, stout. Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. It seems like it's got Bama all over it. I'm going with Georgia.
Ooh.
I'm going with Georgia.
I was not expecting that.
Finally get it done tonight. Hey, man, y'all got to be tired of these guys beating y'all, bro. I'm going with Georgia.
I was not expecting that. So as we get to kickoff here, and we're off, just going back, like I started the show, man, just watching the year after year after year of us doing this show, and national championship game after national championship game. Just seeing how things work out. It's usually Alabama versus somebody, Alabama, Clemson, Alabama, Georgia. And I think I've picked against them a couple times and I've reaped the benefits, those Clemson and stuff like that. Year. But I don't think this is a year. I don't think this is a year you go against the evil empire. I think the evil empire wins this year. I think the evil empire wins handsomely this year. I don't see this being a game. I'm going with Alabama by big numbers. Big, nasty Alabama win. Ooh. And for the next week, they're going to be talking about Saban and Mount Rushmore's and the greatest of all time. Well, he's already all of that, but it's just going to be even more. I'm going to Alabama. I'm going Alabama big tonight. I don't think Georgia's on the same field. Once you get sun like that, you get sun like that in the SEC title game, you feel good about beating up on Michigan, and then you go back against Alabama. No, thank you. Like, what do you
think that getting sun like that wakes you up and makes sure now you know?
Yeah, I mean, it could have a little grit, but I don't think their quarterback is up. Like, you need a first round pick, a top 5 pick quarterback. And then Georgia's quarterback is not that guy. His mistakes that last game sunk him, and I expect him to make the same mistakes that he made in that game. Alabama rolls, man. I feel like they kill him. I feel like Bryce Young is just too meticulous with the football. He knows when to pass. He knows when to run. He makes the right throws, and it's a wrap for Georgia tonight.
All righty then. Well, audience disagrees with you. Perry's going with Georgia. I think Stu's actually going to Alabama. He's saying, when's the last time Alabama lost 2 games? Leonardo, Bulldogs. Perry says it's happening tonight for Georgia. Dennis says I'm taking Georgia by 3. Kobe says y'all like Blake Corum's new paint wrap on his Camaro. Thanks, NIL. Whoa. And Georgia's up just like that. 6-0. on a scoop and score.
Who fumbled?
Quarterback.
Man, I'm
Unless
watching the wrong channel.
let's see if they're looking at it. The
Film.
previous play is under review.
I don't want to watch A&M watch the game.
Oh, previous. Okay. So let's see here.
What was it, the bubble screen? No, stack. Scramble.
The big fella.
Strip.
That ball's definitely out. Where's the ball?
Ball is that's a pass.
Oh, sorry, that is a forward pass, ladies and gentlemen.
Pass. That's a pass.
That is a forward pass, and it is still 0-0. Kobe is going Georgia as well. No one picked Bama tonight. You are on your own there, sir.
I'm cool with that.
You should be cool with that.
Cool with that. I'll be here bright and early, hopefully at 7 p.m. next week.
Yeah.
With my bowl of crow or a big old smile on my face.
There you go.
All right, there we go. All right, so let's hurry up and put a bow on this, man. We got a couple NFL things to get through. Our top fives, man. Your top five last week was Green Bay, LA, Kansas City, Tampa Bay, Tennessee. It's pretty much the same. It's just a couple teams flip-flop. Go ahead and give you a quick breakdown of that.
Yeah, I just slid LA down for yesterday's loss. I mean, it's been consistent there. You lose, you slide a little bit. Your slide depends on some factors, and in this case, yesterday's game was a divisional opponent. Go out there in the year, all those matchups out in the NFC West are tough. And you got the Rams and 49ers. 49ers with a chance, basically trying to make some things happen and trying to get into the playoffs. Rams still get into the playoffs with Arizona's loss. And so things work out the way they did. But I slid the Rams down. But I think these are the top five teams going into the playoffs. I agree, Perry, on college football. Expansion is needed. They did not agree on that today, by the way. Incomplete pass has been confirmed. Ultimately, a couple other teams to watch out for. You got to watch out for Buffalo. You got to watch out for Cincinnati. There's a couple of extras there. But these are my top five rolling into the playoffs. And I expect one of these teams to win the Super Bowl.
All right, we'll get there. All right, so this is Joel's top five ending the year: Green Bay, Kansas City, Tampa Bay, LA, and Tennessee. My top five is exactly the same. Sir.
Wow.
Last week I had Green Bay, Tampa Bay, Kansas City, Rams, Arizona. I flip-flopped Kansas City and Tampa Bay because the loss of Antonio Brown now, you're going into this postseason with less weapons. Godwin's out. They don't know if Fournette's going to play. And now no Antonio Brown. It's just Mike Evans and Tom Brady. So I just dropped them down one spot. LA's in the same
They
spot.
brought Scotty Miller in yesterday. He ran a reverse and scored.
Trigger racing only gets you so far until you run up against Green Bay or LA.
True.
So and then for the first time ever this year, I put Tennessee up in there. I finally did it. I finally put Tennessee in my top five at number 5.
They're the one seed.
Waiting
to give them some respect.
I don't believe. But Arizona laid an egg against Seattle. I couldn't do nothing about it. So I'm going ahead and put Tennessee in there. I still don't believe in them. So we end the year on the same accord, my brother. We end the year on the same accord.
Yes, sir.
All right. And then finally up, we are in Super Wild Card Weekend going into next week's show. We have the AFC and the NFC all set. This was before the Monday night game, so my bad.
Indiana.
So we got so which one was it? Okay, so we got Las Vegas versus the Bengals. Make sure that's right before I say anything.
I believe it is, actually.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, because I think it would have been if Vegas had lost.
Yeah. We got Vegas versus the Bengals, and then we got New England versus the Bills, and the Steelers versus the Chiefs in the AFC. And then the NFC, we got Cardinals versus the Rams, Niners versus Dallas, and the Eagles versus Tampa Bay. So let's go ahead and pick a winner. So Vegas and Bengals.
Sorry, Coleman, but the Raiders are out this week. Bengals dub.
Ooh.
Bengals flubbed them real bad during the regular season. I know it's hard to beat a team twice, but I just think the Bengals are a little too much for Vegas.
Yeah, Bengals at home. Hopefully it's very cold. I'm going Bengals as well. Buffalo gets a home playoff game against New England.
Yeah, great game. Great Paramount Plus. That was shady there. But great game for the weekend. I'm gonna take the Bills in this, even though you got to watch out for the Belichick planning situation. I'm gonna take the Bills in this. They know each other's division rival. I think the Bills overall are a better team. The Bills have finally figured something out. You cannot just run the ball with your quarterback. Hand the freaking ball off. Like when they figured that out, I think that makes them a better team. If they just try to step back there and let Josh Allen beat a team by himself, stop doing that. That gets you guys in trouble this year. Run the freaking ball with Singletary just to be just respectable. But I'm gonna go Bills over New England in this one. Good game though. Good Saturday night game.
Listen, the way the Patriots sun them, just running the ball on them.
Yeah, that was a wonky game though. I think
over and over and over again. Buffalo has to be fired up. If I'm Sean McDermott, I'm telling my guys, you gotta put it on them.
You got to.
You gotta win this football game. Shout out to Coach Belichick. He got his team this far, but I'm gonna go with the Bills on this one by a small margin. Though I see this as a field goal game or a 2 field goal kind of game. I'm gonna go with the Bills, but I'm not all the way into this one. I don't know. Don't be surprised if the Patriots get this one. And then Kansas City against the Steelers.
That's Kansas City, man. The Steelers are anemic. They just their defense helps them make some things happen. Ben Roethlisberger could still win you a game late when you're playing against a backup quarterback in the Ravens. You can't get down the field and score. But that one might be an ugly one. That might be Ben's last one, and it might be ugly. I'm going KC all day.
Yeah. TJ Watt might do his thing, but it would have been nice to see the Chargers.
Yeah, I would like to see the Chargers too, but yeah, no.
There was a timeout that was called. He's been ripped for it all day long.
Oh God.
Just going back. Let's see. Kobe. Yes, I did have Indianapolis in my top 5 once. That did happen, Barry. Okay, it happened. I own it. It happened. Dennis picked the Bengals in that matchup. Kobe said Chase is too much. Kobe said Buffalo wins. Bucks. Dennis said Pats and OT. Kobe said San Francisco. We ain't got that far yet. This will be a fantastic weekend. Kobe says Chiefs. Dennis says Bucks. Kobe says Cardinals. Sorry, Stafford, nice run. Niners, Chiefs. From Dennis, yes. They depend entirely.
Oh, Perry said they depend way too much on Wyoming Allen.
Geno Smith arrested for DUI. Listen, his career was hanging on by a thread. When I saw he came into a football game, I said, "Look at him, good for you."
Wow. Who does he play for again?
Seahawks.
Oh, not anymore.
Russell Wilson's back up. Steelers are awfuls to watch. Yes, they are. I don't like if it's a nasty, muck it up, nasty game. One thing, but Kansas City should go ahead and put
that should be over fast.
In the NFC, we got Cardinals and Rams. It's division rivals going at it. One more again.
I'm with everybody on this, man. Cardinals. I don't trust. I don't trust the Rams.
Ooh.
I don't trust. They hyped it and they did a great job. They sold us on it. This team was loaded. I just don't trust them. Like. You can clearly run the ball on them. Arizona doesn't very well. But for some reason, I just don't trust the Rams, and I feel like Kobe's right. And so are a lot of people about this. Dennis is right. Stafford, bro. I don't trust him. I would love to be wrong because I want to see Stafford make a little run, but I don't trust it, man. I'm going Cardinals in the upset.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. This one's hard because you expect LA to win this. I mean, they're loaded. Um,
LA should win this game.
that San Francisco game was very telling. They're a
Yep.
team that can get up on you early, but if you don't run the ball, you don't pace yourself, you come out the second half and just get steamrolled like that. Your Uncle Mo came into town that day in the second half, and it was a wrap from there. Um, but Arizona has nobody that can slow down this Stafford Cooper Cup thing. Like that's a special connection.
True.
You just keep feeding him
Buda
the
Baker.
ball. I don't. As a safety, can you really keep up with this kid? I don't know.
It's a good point.
I'm gonna go Rams. Because I want to see Stafford at least make it to the second round of the playoffs. This is an emotional pick for me. I want to see Stafford move forward, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Rams. Then we got San Francisco at Dallas. San Francisco.
Man, this game,
Dallas.
this is ripe for the Dallas failure. This is ripe for the Dallas failure. This has classic Cowboy excitement, fizzles out. Stephen A is laughing on Monday morning. This has got it, man. The Niners can just friggin' run the ball. They can run the ball. Dallas, though, they're offensively can score. This is going to be a shootout.
A shootout?
I think this might be a shootout. I think because I know I don't trust Garoppolo like that, but I don't think Dallas holds them down from scoring. I think they'll be able to run the ball enough. And if the 49ers can run the ball, Garoppolo becomes dangerous because they can put it in the hands of Debo and Ayuk and those guys. Don't forget about Kittle. And they can make plays. So I think this actually is a pretty entertaining, high-scoring game. Also on Paramount Prime Video and Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon.
And you know what, bro? I'm calling upset again.
Ooh.
Niners over Cowboys.
Ooh. I'm an exact opposite on you. I feel like this is gonna be a low scoring game.
Oh, okay.
I feel like Garoppolo is throwing a little timid, so that defense can get to him and touch him up a little bit for Dallas. I feel like that's their strength ish. Feel like Micah Parsons will have a coming out party on Jimmy Garoppolo. But I also feel like San Francisco's defense will definitely put Dak in the dirt too. Like they're coming hard, and they can't run the ball. So defense and running game, it travels. So even though I feel the opposite of you on what the score is going to be, I agree with you. I believe San Francisco wins this game, but it's going to be like 10-3. 6-13, something
I think
like
Dallas
that.
is better than 3 points.
Nah, man. No, I don't think they are. I don't think they are. All right, then lastly, we got Tampa Bay home versus the Eagles.
Yeah, that's a bloody one too. Buccaneers should win this game, and Buccaneers should dominate this game. I actually don't think they do. I think they can be a little inconsistent at times. But I still don't know that this becomes anything close at the end. I still think they win it by 10 points or more. Maybe even a slow start, but ends up being something at the end where it was a foregone conclusion. So I got the Bucs winning.
Yeah, 30-6. Go ahead and just go ahead and put the smackdown on them.
All right,
we opposites today for some reason. I don't know, but
our top five was the same.
Tampa Bay is go ahead, smack these guys. I mean Brady, he's got the Philly hate already in his blood. Like these guys ain't beating me in the playoffs again. Go ahead and destroy them. They don't have a lot of weapons, but a team like Philadelphia, look for Philadelphia to bring out every doggone trick play they got.
Oh, you have to.
Yeah, they bringing it all out. They diving deep in the playbook. But I feel like Tampa Bay is still, put it down like they're supposed to. So that's it, man. That's the show for this week. Any other news and notes you want to throw out there?
No, not that I can think of. I haven't really been connected social media wise and this stuff. So, like I said at the start of the show, Bruce Arians. Oh wow, Jensen Bennett just dropped the ball. Bruce Arians says that Brady should be a quarterback, and and it'd be travesty. Be MVP. It'd be travesty if he wasn't. We're still questioning you on what happened with this AB situation.
I was gonna make that a topic, but I left it alone.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
waffled this week. I did. I legitimately waffled on that.
yeah, I told you I wasn't gonna commit, because it seems like as soon as I was ready to maybe say, "Hey, man, this AB thing sounds like AB's got a gripe here," and then he gets on that podcast looking crazy and talking crazy, and then I was like, "Yep, yeah, I'm just let that one be." So, I'm not gonna really entertain that much. There's three sides to every story, so I bet you AB's telling some truth. I bet you Tampa Bay's telling some truth, and Tampa Bay's probably riding with. Hey man, if he just keeps going out there looking crazy, we don't really have to say much more because most people are just gonna believe.
Yep.
So
I
we'll
like his statement. I played hurt, and that was a trigger for me, and stuff like that. I was like, it may have been a trigger. I do. I don't agree with the way you left the game. Probably should have just stayed in there during halftime. That didn't even come out. Probably would have been okay. I don't agree with taking off all the stuff and skipping down. If you're legit hurt and they're asking you to play and they give you a throat slash sign and you're done, is like you can see like a guy like him constantly playing under threats all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like I can feel that pressure. I can understand that for him. And then Arians talk about, no, he never told me about no injury. And then he releases the text message. I was like, okay, AB might got something here. He might have something here. But then Arians talks about he's not getting the ball. Brady's not caping up for this guy anymore. Now then he goes on a podcast, like you said, and blast Brady, blast Arians, and it don't look good. It just
he starts talking crazy. Who's the best on that roster? Who's the best player on the roster?
I'm sorry.
And he's talking to guys that are like, "Oh, it's definitely you, AB." I'm like, "Oh, these guys."
I didn't. I was on his side for about a day and a half. About a day and a half.
Never could
He
cross
got me.
over there.
He got me. All right, Lawrence, man, I don't trust Bitten Stinson. I'm trying to. Yeah, I would. Yeah, that's why I didn't pick him, bro. Yep, the interview. Georgia QB is rattled, looking like a nervous rookie. Arians told him to get the F out of there. You're done. That's not how you talk to AB. They were asking for it. I mean, he did follow the instructions. He said, "Get the hell out of here." So he got the hell out of there. I feel like like I said, like the weight of them waiting for you to make a mistake. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Them trying to find like. Some people might have had a job like that where you got a boss that's just they don't like you, they want you out, and they just looking for shit to just to pick at you to make you leave.
Right.
And that's a lot of pressure to work up under. And for a guy who's had his issues, I can see how it would make him go off the deep end like that. So that's the only way that I saw things in his life. That's where I get empathetic for him. But then more and more stuff came out, and then you started talking sideways, and I couldn't rock with you no more, bro.
Yeah. Sorry, my empathy card never came out of my hand for him.
No, I can't throw that one. That's an 8 of diamonds. All right, so all right. Last comment bothers me if anyone defends his behavior. Of course, there's so much more to the story, but when is society going to promote character? The real problem, he doesn't think he went off the deep end. Yeah, his perspective lens once you get rich is very skewed.
And you get to talking crazy after you go off the deep end, and then you get to talking crazy. I tend to lean towards the other way.
And then you start talking crazy about the people who gave you the opportunity. Like out of all the people you talk about, you don't want to talk about Brady crazy. Like Brady got you 2 jobs. he stuck his neck out for you twice, and you did that to him. So yeah, and then you stab him in the back. So yeah, no thank you. All right, so I guess we'll see you next week. You got it. You said you ain't got nothing.
Got nothing.
All right, so enjoy the college football playoffs. Enjoy the NFL college football championship. Enjoy the NFL playoffs. We'll get to you next week with some NBA stuff. So that looks good. Klay Thompson's back. Kyrie Irving's back. Maybe we'll switch our list over to our top 5 NBA teams, or maybe we can start a player eliminator.
I better start paying attention.
So yeah, maybe we can start player eliminator or something like that. So we'll be looking forward to some more NBA stuff moving forward. But on behalf of myself, Andre Douglas, Joel Williams.
Hey man, enjoy the sports weekend, and we will see you next week.